Everyone is going through their own shit, man. You think you're alone, but you're not. You just gotta take care of yourself, though, because everyone else is just too busy, minding their own shit. So you gotta understand that if you're feeling low, you gotta take responsibility and immediate action to get back up. Whether it is just a simple walk, whether it is moving your body, singing, playing an instrument, drawing, working, whatever it works for you, you know that. And just keep doing something that gets you out from that. Very simple things, play smart, not hard, and just then let the momentum direct your life. Because if you don't do anything, the bad momentums is gonna lead your life, but in a direction that you don't want to go. And so, but there must be a lesson that we have to grasp and truly understand out of these dynamics of life, which is, don't judge people, don't feel superior to people, because life is fucking circle, and it's upside and down. You're never superior to anyone, you're never inferior to anyone. So drop the ego, drop the proudness, and just have compassion to yourself when you're low and when you feel insecure around people. Because maybe when you're feeling so great, etc., there is that people that you are intimidating, that not because of you, but maybe because of herself or himself, that is feeling down in that moment, that is feeling shameful for a deeds that he has performed, or maybe he let down himself, or someone has let him down. You never know, right? Recently I've noticed, and it was it was very long time that I wasn't experiencing this. Like, I felt inferior around people. I felt so insecure and so ashamed. Why? Because I watched a porn and I masturbated and ejaculated a little bit. Not all, but still, it was weird for me. I've learned how to accept it. I've learned how to not making it such a big deal. It's not really affecting me that much like it used to. Like, I always felt completely depleted when I would ejaculate or watch porn. But right now, I'm handling differently. I'm grateful about that. Nonetheless, when I went out in public, I would feel this sense of shame and inferiority. And that has showed me that I actually feel superior to people when I'm doing all the right things. But when I make mistakes, I actually so this is showing me that I'm identifying with my actions, and that's okay. I mean, our actions are important, and they have a great deal of impact in our state of being, energetically speaking. Of course, if I do all the wrong actions, my energy is depleted. If I do the right actions, my energy is full. And when I'm full of energy, retaining my semen, eating right, spending time in nature, moving my body, blah blah blah, thinking right, and all these things, I feel great. But nonetheless, when I feel like this, it's also easy to be careless about other people, and what to say. And it is also, this is very dangerous, because it is also easy to just tolerate everything. Because when I realized just recently that when I have high level of energy, I can handle anything. I can be in a fucking mediocre environment. You know, I can have so much compassion. I can just be present and all that things. But I don't really want to do that. I mean, it's great that nothing can bother me. But at the same time, if I find myself in that situation and I have a low energy, it's like I have so much anger, so much resentment, so much, just a low energy thought that arrives at me, and that I act upon them, that I identify with. So it is both a signal that you gotta keep in your mind that if you have always high energy level, you can tolerate more things, but that's not a sign that you gotta stay in that place. This is what I mean. Just because you can tolerate and because you have high energy level and good thoughts and whatever, that makes barely anything to bother you, doesn't mean that you gotta stay there. Doesn't mean that your right environment. So you gotta always discern these things and choose, where to go in life. But of course, if you're there, you having the capacity, because of the energy level you've got, to stay there and to enjoy that place, it's okay. But don't be fooled, and just know what is right for you, what you deserve, where you're supposed to be and to go. Not demonizing, making an enemy into where you are right now or where you've been, but just keeping in mind, because it's very easy when you are in that same situation and you have low energy, to hate and to make enemies and to doing all these things. So you see how energy impacts your life. It's such a powerful tool, and you control your energy. And one mistake I made, that was that anytime I made a mistake, I thought, okay, I have to restart from anew. So let's just make another mistake. I'm from ground zero. No, you're never on ground zero. You're playing all the time. And if you lose some points, you can come back up very easily if you just lose those points, But if you keep losing points, it becomes more difficult to come back up again. So imagine you have a recipient, This is your recipient. If you are here and you lose some points, don't think, all right, I made a mistake, I lose some points, let's make as many mistakes as possible, because we have to start anew. No, because you don't have to start anew, you just have to start here. You just lost a little bit. But if just because you watched the porn and ejaculated, you say to yourself, okay, I'm gonna fucking masturbate 10 times more, ejaculate as much as I want, and eat junk foods and drink alcohol just because I made a mistake, and then you really come to ground zero, and then it's gonna be so fucking hard, But if you just make a mistake and then you cover it up with some wins, some points in your favor, you go for a walk, you take a cool shower, and you eat healthy, you stay present, you do some good for someone else, whatever it is that works for you, man, it's gonna be so much easier to stay high energy, to stay on a high energy level, state of being. And so don't make the mistakes that many people do, that I did for a long time, just as soon as I made a mistake, okay, let's make as many mistakes as possible, just because I have to start from ground zero. No, you don't have to start from ground zero. You have this recipient that is that has already something in it, and as soon as you stop the leaking and you start again adding to the recipient, and you add up your energy, the better you're gonna feel and the better you're gonna do. Coming back to the fact that the same situation can be handled in in a completely different matter, and and it's all about you. This has to completely get you out from victim mode. Because if the same situation I'm finding myself at, it's bothering me so much when I am low energy, but it doesn't, or maybe just a little bit when I have a higher energy level, it means that I have control also in my surroundings, that I don't depend on my surroundings to be happy, to be at peace. Right? I can handle my own energy to then handle also the surroundings. But if I don't handle my energy, the surroundings will take control over me. Good surroundings, all right. I can have low energy, then maybe things are gonna be fine. Or maybe I don't. I don't know, because I've never tried, a beautiful surrounding when I had low energy. Nonetheless, bad surrounding when I am in a low energy state, things are gonna get a shit as hell. So just to do what you can, change your inner state, accumulate energy, and then you can choose, of course, to move in another environment, in another with different circumstances and all these things. Find out your own things that elevate your energy. I'm just gonna give you some example that worked for me, maybe works for everybody. Some level they do, because they're very simple things, walking, being in nature, doing something creative, whether it is talking, drawing, whatever it is, dancing, playing some music, singing, humming, and whatever, playing instruments, giving a massage, receiving a massage, I don't know, man, whatever it feels good for you. If you're in a relationship, talk to your girl, make love with her, whatever it is. Have a conversation with her. Yes, I already said that. So just explore, discover yourself, see what works for you. It's just a constant game, a constant, taking notes, and it's never gonna end. So don't ever think that you're gonna arrive, because you will not. I just wanna say these things. Thank you for watching. See you at the next one. As always, peace, love. I believe in you.